I'm gonna rate them on like how much they add to the game, like how much I feel they add to the game. Like, do they have an interesting enough mechanic to feel really unique? And also, I'm gonna rate them partially on their design, like just how they look. Those are the two categories that I'm gonna go. The first category probably being the more important one in my eyes. So, the rabbit. In my opinion, the rabbit does not really add that much to Minecraft. In fact, it adds like nothing. The one thing it adds is rabbit foot, and rabbit foot, like, that gives you like a potion, right? And it's like a shitty one. It's like a jump high potion. It's like a joke one, right? Is this the killer bunny? Is there a regular rabbit too? I think this is just all rabbits. Killer bunny elevates it above F, in my opinion, because at least that's kind of interesting. But I'm putting bunny in D. That's like, if it were gone from the game, I wouldn't even care. Okay, ghast. In my opinion, the ghast is a very cool mob. It's very unique. It's threatening. It's one of the more threatening mobs in the game. Okay, like at least if we're ignoring the bosses, the ghast is scary. Like when you're in the beginning of the game, you first encounter a ghast. That thing is freaking you the fuck out. Its mechanic is very interesting. It shoots fireballs. No other mob does anything interesting like that. I mean, the blaze, I guess, shoots fireballs, but this thing shoots like a, I don't even know what you call it. It's like a flame charge. It cries like a baby, and it drops a ghast tier, which is a cool item, and you need that for regeneration potions. So I'm going to put the ghast in A tier. I think I'm right on that. Okay. Slime. The slime. Now, I don't know what came first, slime or magma cube, but it's a cool, it's a cool enemy. It is cool. It's not amazing. It's a cool mechanic. When you break it, they split up into two. You break it again, they split up again. So that's a really interesting mechanic for a mob. No other mob does anything remotely similar other than the magma cube, which is basically just like the slime but in the nether. So to me, that's pretty cool. I think it's a little ugly. Its design is pretty boring. Not that you could really get much more interesting with a slime. Slime blocks are fun. Slime is needed in a lot of things. I think that added a lot to the game, like slime sticky pistons. So I'm gonna put it in A, and I'm gonna put magma cube because it's very similar. Probably like in B or C because it really doesn't add much new to the game. It's basically just a slime but reskin. So I'll probably put that in C. It's just a slime but reskinned. It gives you one item, which I guess helps you with potions, but it could have been a more interesting mob. The wolf. The wolf, in my opinion, is a pretty top tier mob. I think that it's cool that this was like the first Minecraft pet. You couldn't have a Minecraft pet before this. You can customize their collar. You can feed it. It has some cool interactions. I think that the wolf is either an S or an A. I'm gonna put it in A. I know we have a lot of A. Maybe S. You could convince me to put it in S. Sure. I'll put it in S. Cave spider. Annoying piece of shit mob from hell. Whoever designed this is a garbage human being. Okay, they took the spider and they made it poisonous. Now, that is cool. Poison in the game. Does any other mob poison in the game? I don't think so. I think that's the only mob that poisons you other than the witch. So that's kind of interesting, but it doesn't change up the game like too much from the spider. I'm going to put it in B. I'm going to put the regular spider in A. I think that the regular spider is really cool because it can climb on walls. That's pretty interesting. They lunge at you. The climbing is the coolest part though. Honestly, I would put the spider in S tier. I think that's like a really famous mob. You can't have Minecraft without spiders. I feel like that's just a really important mob in the game. Yeah, and it isn't hostile during the day. That's true. So that's a pretty cool mechanic. Right. And I'm putting cave spiders to B because it's not much different than a spider. So the spider already existed, and then you added the cave spider. All you did was make it poisonous. That's pretty much it, right? Like, it's not much different. Like, you could have just used regular spiders and also made them poisonous, too. Like, you know, you didn't really need the cave spider. In fact, I'd maybe even put the cave spider in C. Okay, dolphin. Dolphin. Where do I feel about the dolphin? I think the dolphin is a cool mob. I'm going to put it in B. I think it's decent. I like the mechanic of, because it guides you around. It guides you around in the ocean and can spot you, bring you to treasure, which is pretty cool. So that actually is pretty sick. I might even move it to A. I'm going to put it in B. It's a good mob. B to me is good. B means just solid mob to me. C is where you start getting, like, C to me is like really average, middle of the line, meh. D is bad. F is like dog shit, go die. Enderman is S tier. I don't even need to talk about it. That's my favorite mob in the game. Maybe that's controversial. I'm gonna move the wolf down to A, but it's gonna be on the top of it. Enderman is the coolest mob in the game. It teleports around. They get angry when you look at them. They're so iconic when you go to the end. Yeah, Enderman is fucking sick. It's the best mob in the game. It's so cool. It's so unique too. Like with the spider, right? It's just a fucking spider. Like it's not like a made up creature. It's just a spider. The wolf. It's just a wolf, right? Slime. It's a slime. Dolphin. It's a dolphin. Enderman is cool because it's a unique creature. Same with Ghast. I think the Ghast is a cool, unique creature. But Enderman it's an awesome design. Ender pearls are super useful. That's right. One of the coolest items in the game. That's a good one. That's an S tier. That's probably my favorite mob. I feel like I should make a tier for I don't know enough about it. Like this guy, this is like the boss of the ocean, right? He kind of stuns you. I'm gonna probably put these guys in like B maybe? I don't know. Like these guys are kind of boring. The boss is like a little more terrifying. When you encounter these guys, they stun you and they make it so you can't mine. So you just like drown. That shit's annoying. You need like a shit ton of milk, right? Mining fatigue. So those are pretty annoying. The boss is a little scarier. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch these around. I'm gonna put this guy to C. The boss is just like a copy of the regular enemy, right? He doesn't do much else, right? He gives you that jump scare. The fucking like PNG jump scare. That shit's pretty corny. Ender Dragon. I feel like mobs are an entity in and of themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like these guys are on another level. Like, it's weird rating them against the mobs in a way. The Ender Dragon is an S tier mob. It has so many different mechanics. It's like actually, I feel like a really good boss fight. You know, I feel like they nailed it. And then they updated it and they nailed it again. Sometimes he comes down and he sprays fire at you. A lot of times he flies around to kill him. You have to take down the beacons, the pillar, the obsidian pillars. I mean, it's iconic. Iconic. I have to put it in S. I have to put it in S tier. Okay, Endermite. These guys, this might be dog shit. Does anyone like the Endermite? Like, it's like a silverfish, but it's in the end. And what do they teleport? What are the, do these even drop anything? They don't even like give you any utility, do they? It's dog shit. I'm putting you in the F tier. Any Endermite fans out there? BTFO. Fuck the Endermite. You hear me right now? Put this on Twitter. Fuck the Endermite. Garbage. Okay, Phantoms. I put Phantom in probably in B tier, I think. I think that Phantoms are really unique mobs. I like the idea that you need to sleep often. They're like nightmares from hell. You haven't slept, so you're like tired and you start seeing fucking demons, you know? They are a little annoying, which is why I'm lowering them a little bit. I don't know if it works perfectly in Minecraft. It might be a little too much, but I like the idea of it. So yeah, this is the first controversial take, huh? Yeah, I guess it is a cool mechanic on paper, but maybe not as great on execution. I wouldn't say it's terrible in execution. I think they could have done better with it. I think they could fix it. But the idea is good, so I'm going to put it in B. I think they could improve upon it. They're pretty cool. I like how they look, too. A lot of it might come down to just the design. I'll maybe put dolphins above it. All right, polar bear. Okay, polar bear is an interesting one. I think that both the bears in the game, both the panda and the polar bear, are cute. I like that they exist. Like, I wouldn't say that they're dog shit, but they don't do, like, a whole lot for the game. Like, the polar bear like adds a little bit to the snow biome, but I would rather have like a yeti or something, you know what I mean? Like something that's more hostile towards you. The bear only attacks you if you attack its young, right? And they don't drop any interesting item, so they're kind of useless, but they are cute and they do at least like spruce up the snow biome. So I'm gonna put it maybe in the bottom of C, maybe in the D, but I'm gonna put it in C. And then I think the panda bear pretty much goes in the same spot. It like does something for the jungle, but they don't drop any interesting item, do they? And they spruced up that biome. They did bring the bamboo, but they don't really do too much to the game. So those are mobs that I see help flesh. They flesh out the environment, but they don't add much utility to the game. So that's why I feel like they're in the C. Okay, pufferfish. I think pufferfish is a funny meme. It's a haha funny meme. You know, you get somebody to eat the pufferfish. That's pretty funny. I think that they help you with potions or something. So I'm probably just gonna put them in C. I don't think they do too much to the game. I mean, like, they're all right, but I mean, come on. You're not putting the pufferfish in S tier. Come on, chat. That's too far. You're gonna put the pufferfish in S tier? That your list is automatically invalidated if you put this fucking idiot in the S tier. Funny fish alert. Look, he's funny, but he sucks. Okay. Silverfish, the original Endermite, I'm gonna put that in B. I think it's okay. I think it's good. It's good enough, but it is like a little boring. It's cool that they come out of the blocks. You know, it kind of like spooks you. I've seen a lot of funny clips of people getting scared of silverfish. If you're a Northern Lion fan, you might have seen that clip. It's an okay one. These guys are really weird to me. I think that they're good. I mean, I think that this is like a good mob, but I mean, it's like they're like a little annoying. They're like kind of really annoying. When I meet these guys, I was doing the village shit when the village came out. The village update came out, and they were just annoying. The conjurers make them or whatever. You don't even know what they do yet. You haven't even seen this guy. I think he's pretty rare. You can find him in the woodland forest. They're pretty hard to kill. I think the most annoying thing is that they have just a really small hitbox. The wither boss, honestly, this might be controversial. I want to put this in B. It's good, but it's like the basic part of it where it's like flying around and like shooting stuff. That part's cool. But then once it gets into the second phase, it just kind of like sits there and you just like hit it with your sword. You know, it provides utility to the game, yes, because you get the wither star and then you get the beacon. And for that, I definitely put it higher. Like, that's why I put it in the B. But I think the boss fight is like way less compared to the Ender fight, the Ender Dragon fight. The Ender Dragon fight is like super epic. The wither fight's like pretty good. And then the ocean boss is like, come on, I'm snoring. You know what I mean? Okay, so I think I know this guy. This guy's like the conjurer. I think this is actually a really good mob. I'm actually gonna put this in A. This is the guy that like spawns like spikes in the ground, right, to attack you. I think that's really neat. I think it's really neat to have a guy that does some magic shit. I don't know what this guy is though. I don't know what this guy is with the wizard robe. I actually don't know this guy. Is he any different from the conjurer? What does he do? I might have to make one tier for I don't know. I don't know what you are. I'm gonna put him in there. He's unused. Oh, really? So this guy's just not in the game. All right, great. The witch, I feel like the witch is in B or A. I can't tell. The witch is really cool. It drops a bunch of different items, but it doesn't drop anything that you need from it. So that might be why I feel it's a little less. But I do like that it throws potions at you. I think that's kind of neat. They have their little witch huts. I think it's a cool mod. Creeper, I mean, come on. You gotta put it in S, right? You gotta put it in S. I mean, come on, dude. It's like Minecraft's iconic mob. The mechanic is cool. The best and worst thing that can happen in Minecraft is you turn around and there's a creeper there, you know, and you say, "Aw, man," and bam, you know? That's the best. Aw, man. Aw, man. Epic. Aw, man. That's right. I like the creeper. Skeleton, A tier. Very good mob. I don't see it as iconic as the creeper. I think it's like a good mob. You know, you need it in the game. If you didn't have the skeletons, it would feel pretty weird. They're pretty iconic, but they're a little one note. You know, I like that they get in fights with each other though. That's a really cool mechanic. And you know, they shoot other things. That's an 8. It adds some difficulty if you don't have a shield now. If you don't have a shield, these guys are really difficult. But if you have a shield, they're easy to take care of. So that's like, that adds more of a progressive feel to the game, more progression to the mobs. That was definitely a good change for the skeleton. Iron Golem is an S tier for me. I'm just gonna put that in there. I love the Iron Golem. It's probably my second favorite mob. To me, the Iron Golem is so unique because it protects the villagers. It's like one of the few mobs that really does that. It protects, like the dogs protect you, but the Iron Golem protects another entity in the game. And they're hostile towards anything that threatens the base, you know what I mean? They'll hit the creepers, they'll hit the skeletons, they don't fucking care. And you get iron off of them. They're huge. I love their design. They're so fucking cool. They got fucking vines rocking off of them. Fucking epic, dude. Fucking epic. Now these guys, the weird skeletons, I don't know, like C tier, or probably around where the cave spider's at. It's cool that they shoot different types of arrows, I think, but not much different than the regular skeleton. I don't mind that they exist. But if they were gone, I wouldn't care too much. I might even put them a little lower, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep them where the cave spider's at. I'm actually gonna move the slime, the magma slime down here. And maybe the pufferfish like right there, maybe. No, I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, right there. All right, the blaze. The blaze is a really cool mob. I might put this at the top of the A tier, I think. To me, the blaze is pretty cool. It's like that one thing. Am I getting pushed in the background by the iron golem? I think I am. The blaze is really fun to fight in the nether fortress. I feel like that's the iconic mob of the nether fortresses. You obviously have the wither skeleton, which are pretty creepy too, but I feel like they give the blazes are really the unique part of the nether fortresses. That's what makes the nether fortress to me. You have to find that blaze spawner to get those blaze rods, and you need that blaze rod to get out there and start brewing. To start brewing, you have to conquer that blaze rod mission in the nether. Get to that nether fortress, get that blaze rod. That's a hard thing to do, and I think that mob's really good. Shulker. I think the Shulker's pretty cool, actually. I think I'm gonna put this in maybe in the top of B, maybe in the bottom of A. I think it's a really creative mob because they constructed that whole like vertical parkour maze. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in A actually. They constructed that big vertical parkour maze, and when this guy hits you, he starts sending you up in the air. I mean, that's completely out of your mind PogChamp. Plus you get the Shulker boxes, which completely change the game. I mean, it's such a unique mob, very unique, very creative. I mean, I might have to put it a little higher, honestly. Like, maybe up here. Okay, so baby zombie, to me, is pretty boring. So I'm gonna put all these guys down here. This is a little outdated, actually. This has, like, the old zombie pigman. So I'm gonna pretend that the zombie pigman is the piglin when I get to that. I'm gonna put these guys down here. I feel like the babies, they don't really add anything to the game, to be honest with you. In fact, like, especially because this one is, like, even worse than a regular zombie. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in F. That's dog shit. That's dog shit. That actually is dog shit. It's straight up just a copy of the zombie, except they run faster and they're small. Like, it's just a dog shit mob. I'm gonna put the zombie pigman one ahead because I think it's cuter. But they suck. They're stupid little baby idiots. I hate babies. I hate kids. They're annoying. Kill these things, okay? Okay, Axe Boy. A little threatening, I will say. These guys are a little threatening when you run into them. I'm gonna put it at the top of C. These guys are really scary. Just, they're not really that creative. It's a pretty boring mob, but like, when you see this fucking dude running at you with an axe when you're in that mansion, it's fucking terrifying. It's like a horror movie. It's like the Shining. This guy is like the fucking Jack Nicholson in The Shining. He's scary as fuck, and they hit you really hard. They're really hard to kill. So I'm gonna put him in C. He's pretty middle of the line, but he's scary as fuck. Zombie Villager? I think that's a cool addition to the game. Baby Zombie Villager can go die, but Zombie Villager is cool because you can enchant him or give him a potion, and then bam, he's a normal villager. I mean, come on, dude. It's like the zombies are going in, they're killing the villagers, they're infecting them, and you gotta bring them back to life. That's a B. Wither skeleton. Okay, wither skeleton. How do I feel about the wither skeleton? I think that's right around where the axe guy is, to be honest. Like a threatening mob that really isn't that interesting. They could do more with it. And I think that, like, it's cool that when they hit you, you get that really threatening debuff. So these guys are, like, really scary to run into. And you need to kill them to get the wither skulls, which is like it's a huge grind. It's one of the hardest grinds in Minecraft, other than Nether right now. But they're threatening, but they're not, like, super interesting from, like, a mechanic standpoint. They are just, like, mobs that run at you and hit you. So I'm going to put it right near the axe guy. This mob is really not creative to me. The desert zombie. It's fine that it exists, but I mean, come on. You just reskinned the zombie, put it in the desert. I mean, pretty boring. Piglin. I'm going to pretend that this is a piglin and not a zombie pigman because it's outdated. The piglin is badass. I actually think the piglins are so fucking cool. I might actually put them in S tier. I really like that you can trade with them. They have like their own system, their own economy. They get pissed at you if you don't follow their rules. They swarm the nether. It's like the mob of the nether. You see them all the time. I think they're really fucking cool, and they did a really good job with the piglins. Very neat. Water zombie, like, I don't know, whatever. Baby water zombie. Come on. Get over yourself. Zombie, it's iconic. Zombie is iconic. The one cool thing that they've done with zombies to make them better than, like, boring is that now when you kill a zombie, more of them start spawning. So it feels like the zombies are coming out of the ground, you know? It's like they're coming out of the graveyard, and you're just fighting against this horde. So that is pretty cool. So I will put them in the B tier. That's an easy B tier for me. I'd maybe put him like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe like right here. Sure. Yeah. Llama. How do I feel about the llama? It's funny. They spit at you. That's pretty cute. You can ride on them. You can make a line of them. You could put carpets on them. The Wandering Trader has the llamas. I think that the llamas are more interesting than the bears. I think that they're definitely in the C tier. I think that llamas are around here. I like being spat on. What can I say, man? I like being spat on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna pretend that the llama, is not just llama, it's llama and Wandering Trader, because I don't see Wandering Trader on here. So to me, the llama represents Wandering Trader as well, and Wandering Trader I think is a pretty cool mob. It's a pretty cool mob. Okay, this guy with the bow and arrow, he's okay. You know, he's plays a part in those raids. You know, he's there shooting his little arrows. And then this guy, this fucking guy, dude. What the hell is this guy called? He is a monstrosity. It is an ugly ass mob. It looks like shit. However, it is fucking badass. It runs at you and fucking like hits you like a rhinoceros and sends you flying. And they ride on them. They ride on them and shoot off of them. This thing is fucking sick. It is disgusting and scary. If you've ever done a raid, they start fucking running at you. S tier. S tier mob, in my opinion. The worst thing you could ever artistically design, but it is a monster. It is a monster. This is my Minecraft mob tier list. There it is. Screen cap it, throw it around. That's where it is. That's what it is, right there.